Hello students, welcome to computer science class. In the last class, I have explained the characteristics of constructor. Also, I have explained how you are going to call a default constructor within programming example. And those characteristics are commonly defined in parameterized constructor also. Only one small changes, that is the you are going to define arguments or parameters while calling the constructor. Inside the default constructor, you are not called anything because default constructor is called as zero argument constructor. When you are saying it's a zero argument constructor, it does not accept any arguments. But parameterized constructor accepts one or more arguments while declaring or while defining the constructor body. Okay, we'll see the definition of this. It accepts, parameterized constructor accepts one or more arguments while declaring or calling constructor function. While calling the constructor function. Okay, the remaining points are same, like even parameterized constructor also supposed to be declared inside the public only. Even this constructor does not support a return type, not even a void. Even this parameterized constructor will not refer its address of the constructor, and even this parameterized constructor will have NIP and delete operator to allocate, means to provide the space, and deallocate to take out the value from the memory. All the characteristics of constructor is related with the parameterized. Why? Because parameterized is a type of constructor by default. All the features implemented here also. Okay, we'll see the syntax of this parameterized constructor. The syntax will be in this manner: class name, open the flower bracket. As we know, constructor is supposed to be declared inside the public. I have taken access specifier called as public, right? Then constructor name and the class name supposed to be same. So for that reason, I have taken here class name. This is the parameterized constructor. So it accepts how many arguments? One or more. So for that reason, I'm going to write arguments list. Open the flower bracket. Then body of the constructor semicolon, close the class. This is the syntax. Class name and the constructor name supposed to be same, and you are implementing the parameterized constructor, so it accepts the argument. Then here you are going to initialize. Okay. Inside the constructor, only initialization part will be done either implicit manner or explicit manner. And this parameterized constructor supports three different way, or you can implement this one in a three different manner. One is implicit manner, another one is explicit call manner, third one is initialization at the time of declaration. There are three ways to call this parameterized constructor, and all the three methods will have the argument while defining the constructor body. And even inside one single program, how I have told, you can have n number of member functions. In the same manner, inside of one program you can have all the constructors, no problem. We'll see the programming example so that I will understand the concept. As usual, the program is supposed to be start from class CS, open the flower bracket. I will declare two variable called as int a comma b. These are the two data member of the class. Fine. And constructor supposed to be called inside the public. For that reason, I have called public here. And constructor name and the class name supposed to be same. This is the constructor name. This is the class name, both supposed to be same. So for that reason I am taking CS itself, and we are implementing the parameterized constructor except one or more argument. So for that reason I'm taking two arguments here. You can take 2, 3, 4, anything, no problem. Here I'm going to initialize the value. Whatever the value you are passing to M, that is supposed to be initialized to A. This is how I am telling. Whatever you want, you can do in that manner also, no problem. And N value passing to the B. And void print. Open the flower bracket. Now I want to display the result of A and B. So that thing I am taking here, A into B. Close this, close the class. Now to execute any class block, as usual, we need to create a reference object inside the main block. How we are going to create the reference object? With the class name. What's the name of class? CS. And the reference object name BH. Okay. Now, just now only I have told parameterized constructor will be executed or implemented or worked in a three different manner. One is implicit, explicit, and the initialization at the time of declaration. We'll have the implicit execution for this particular program. When you have an implicit execution, immediately you need to pass the value. Why? Because constructor will be called automatically when the objects are created. But if you create in this manner without any argument, the complete CS body is supposed to be called. That means illi enu argument irlilla, and if you define in this manner or if you create the reference object in this manner, immediately compiler would have called the entire body. But you are implementing a parameterized constructor, so I am taking a variable. Fine, this is first point. Second point, when you have an argument, it's your responsibility to pass the value, because here you are telling whatever the argument I am passing, and these argument value I want to initialize to the data member of the class. So for that reason, if you are not mentioned this, compiler will get the confusion or compiler will have the error. So how you are supposed to pass the value to A and B? For that reason, I am taking 10, 9, 20 immediately. Fine. Hope so you understood this. Next point. This is first body I have called here. Second, one more body is there, that is a normal member function. You can call in a normal manner as you have done in the last normal program. So get ch semicolon. Sorry, closing flower bracket. So this is the implicit call. This is the implicit call. This is the normal member function call. This is the normal member function call. Say constructor will be called automatically when the objects are created. First point. Second point, when you are going to or when you are having a constructor body with the arguments, be careful. When you have a constructor body with the argument, then it's your responsibility to pass the value. If you are not passed the value, how the compiler is supposed to be passed? Why? Because the argument value itself you are initializing to the data member of the class. You are not doing in this manner. If you are doing this manner without argument, that represents default constructor. But you are implementing the parameterized, so you are supposed to have the argument. Through this argument only you need to give the value to the data member of the class. So for that reason you need to pass the value here. This is the implicit. If you want to have the same program, for the explicit call, that means only one changes. That is same how you are creating the reference object with the class name BH equals to. Always equal symbol refers as an explicit value only. So equal, then the constructor name 10, 20. Implicit means internally. In mathematics, normally you used to do like this: 5 parentheses 3. It means that 5 into 3, right? So same manner, when you mention CS, BH 10, 20 without mentioning the constructor name, by default compiler will understand this is the implicit call. When you mention this manner, compiler automatically call this is the explicit. How it will understand? With the help of this equal operator. Dot operator is an implicit operator, equal operator is an explicit operator. This is the difference. Okay, hope so you understood this concept. Please try to execute both the method in the single program itself. Now we'll see the third one. We'll see the third program or a third method, initialization at the time of declaration. The third one is initialization at the time of declaration. Before I am going to write the program, one thing remember, the third method accepts only one argument, not a more than one argument. Why? I will tell when I create the reference object here. Initialization at the time of variable, it accepts only how many arguments? One argument. You see the program. Class CS. Open the flower bracket. Fine. I will take a variable called as A. Constructor where you are supposed to define inside the public and the constructor name same. How many argument it accepts? Only one argument, that is I am taking as a yum. A value passed, yum value passed to the A. Void print cout result A into A. Close this, close the class block. Void main. Open the flower bracket. How you are getting the reference object? With the class name BH. How many argument you pass? How many argument? One argument. So initialize one value. But when how you are going to initialize normally? With the equal symbol. This is called as initialization. Then BH dot print. Close this. Get CH. Close. See, if you are going to have two arguments here, if you are going to have two arguments int n, then you cannot initialize value in this manner 100, 200, because for the one variable compiler accepts only one value, but here how many value you have passed? Two value. Compiler will get the confused, right? If you want to implement in another way, in this manner like a comma b, here b equals to n, then when you mention like this will be called as implicit call, but that program is not called as initialization at the time of declaration. If you implement this manner, this refers as implicit. If you want to implement initialization at the time of declaration, then you are supposed to have only one argument itself, not more than one. So you are supposed to pass value this manner only. There's a rule, there's a protocol. That's what I have told. When you want to define a program, there should be a systematic approach. You should understand the characteristics of any concept, then only it is possible to execute the program. We'll see this program itself. When we are implementing this constructor body, the class name and the constructor name supposed to be same. So both the things are called same only. We have matched the one. Second point, I have told constructors only for initialization. So the same manner I have initialized. Constructor does not support reading. Reading means see in, printing, see out, logical, any formula. I'm not implemented here because the character itself does not match. Then how can I write here? The next, if you want to execute the value of any constructor body, then I have taken in another member function. And the same constructor function will be executed in a three different manner. One is implicit, second one is explicit, third one is initialization at the time of declaration. Implicit supports class name object name followed by the values. Followed by the value. This is implicit. Explicit support CS BH equals to CS followed by the value. Because this equal operator refers as an explicit method. Initialization at the time of declaration means this body. So please try to execute the program with the three different methods, then you will understand the concept. Hope so you all of you understood. Thank you.